another. And what is calumniate, no? Yung calumniate, it's actually quite similar, no, to ridicule, pero mas higher siya. Mas higher ng intensity of the word because it means to make false and malicious statements about someone or in order to damage their reputation. So, it's quite similar to ridicule, yung calumniate. Kaso, dito lang sa ating statement, we're only focusing on winning, seeking of gaining profit or winning the competition. So basically, yung perfect word dito is yung ridicule. Okay, so let's proceed to number 13. Sino yung nakatama doon? Now, number 13. The players of the tennis team were already in a state of blank due to a blank game. A. Languor, then short. B. Lassitude or prolonged. C. Vigor or draining. D. Dim or standardized. Or E. Satisfaction or futile. Again, the players of the tennis team were already in a state of blank due to a blank game. A. Languor, state of languor due to a short game. B. Lassitude, prolonged game. C. Vigor, draining. Vim, standardized. Satisfaction or pity. Okay, we already have answers. Letter B. Kadalasan sa mga answers, letter B. So let's reveal. Yes, the answer is letter B. Bakit? So, yung statement, we're already in a state of blank due to a blank game. Let's define bakit lassitude and prolong. What is latitude? Lassitude means physical or mental weariness. In Bisaya, kung may Bisaya pa dito, kikapoy na. Or lack of energy, yung naubusan na sila ng energy due to, bakit? Prolonged game. And it's perfect sila sa sentence and it made the sentence complete. Bakit ba? Anong kaibahan ng words sa ibang options? So when we say languor and short, languor means tiredness. Oo, tiredness na rin siya. It's synonym to lassitude. However, yung kapares niya, yung short, no. Basically, hindi naman kadalasan sa ating mga players natatired due to short game. So usually, players were already in state of tiredness or mental physical weariness due to a prolonged game. So yung short, X na siya, dito tayo, hindi na siya qualified to complete the sentence. What about vigor? So vigor means physical strength and good health. And draining, yes, draining game would deplete vigor. So technically hindi siya suitable para sa ating sentence and that those words don't serve a strong logical trigger for high energy. So, I know, yes, satisfaction or futile. While futile, pointless, game could happen, it would lead to frustration and not satisfaction. So, hindi. Our answer is lassitude and prolonged. Yan. Hurot na ang kusog. Bisayang Bisaya. Now, number 14. Jeremy was accused of blank because of the missing cash box was found empty under his bed. Okay. Yan. Okay, number 14. Jeremy was accused of blank because of missing cash box was found empty under his bed. A. Slander. B. Libel. C. Contempt. D. Larceny. And E. Calumny. Okay? So when you're taking FAR mga exams, ganito, or penology, I think familiar na kayo sa mga sa ganito. Now, so ano bang ina-ask dito sa statement? Accused siya of what? Because of missing cash box was found empty under his bed. Most of your answers are larceny. Now, let's reveal the answer. Yes, the correct answer is larceny. Why? Because larceny is basically the legal term for theft of personal property. So, finding the stolen cash box under his bed constitutes physical evidence of the theft. Yon. So, very good. Larceny is our correct answer. Now, let's proceed to number 15. I'll try to zoom in this one. Yan. So, number 15. It is blank to have an overall meeting now for black propaganda might affect the people's faith in our organization. It is blank to have an overall meeting now for black propaganda might affect the people's faith in our organization. A. Impossible. B. Dispensable. C. Exigent. D. Optional. Or E. Transient. Transient. What is your answer? What is your answer? Now. Yes. Ma'am Maribel, exigent. How do you pronounce this one pala? Okay. Exigent. Yan. So the correct answer is option C, exigent. It means pressing, critical, or requiring immediate action. Um, so if block propaganda kasi is currently threatening yung the people's faith in our organization, so therefore we need a word that is very relevant, yung nagho-hold ng um, a word that means yung pressing or critical, it's important, your immediate action. Kasi pag sinasabi nating impossible, sabihin natin it is impossible to have an overall meeting, di ba? Hindi. Sabi natin dispensable means unnecessary or replaceable. Hindi din. Pag sinabi ding optional, means left to choice. Sabi pwedeng hindi, pwede ring oo. So, pag sinabing transient, it means lasting only for a short time. So, yung perfect answer for this is letter C. Yes, ito po yung mock test nyo kanina. We're revealing all the answers for today. Now, number 16. Miss Mary, the speaker of the program, blanked the details of getting a new passport. That is why the participants' confusion were blank. Again, Miss Mary, the speaker of the program, blanked the details of getting a new passport. That is why the participants' confusion were blank. A. Accentuate, abated. Okay, zoom natin konti again. B. Answered, expanded. C. Provided, heightened. D. Classified, standardized. And E. Improved, intensified. So which words would complete this sentence? Ayan, may nagsabi si Ma'am Maribel, we have accentuate and abated. Are there any? Ayan, may abated. So take the letter A. Ayan. So, reveal na tayo. So, what's the perfect word for this sentence? Ayan. Yes, the correct answer is accentuate and abated. Bakit accentuate and abated? So, technically, accentuate means to emphasize or to make more prominent. So, yung si Miss Mary, siya kasi yung speaker of the program. Blank the details of getting a new passport. She is emphasizing the details of getting a new passport. That is which means accentuate also means yung sabi ko to emphasize. So confusion where blank. Bakit abated? So it logically follows that the participant would decrease or be alleviated. Yung confusion kasi yung confusion would decrease or alleviated. Yung confusion ng mga participants is bumababa. Technically, we're just going to, hindi na sila confused because Miss Mary already emphasized the details of getting a new passport. So, bakit hindi answered or expanded? Sabihin na lang natin, Miss Mary, the speaker of the program, answered the details of getting a new passport? No, hindi. Pwede din sabi itong letter C, provided the details of getting a new passport. That is why the participants. Pero yung kasabay ni provided is heightened. Confusion were heightened? No, because yung perfect word talaga is accentuate and abated. Kasi due to provide emphasizing the details of getting accentuating the details of getting a new passport, the confusions were abated. All right. So, no. The perfect answer for that is accentuate and abated. Next. Number 17. Because she wanted to know why her sister died, she requested her sister's coffin to be blank for blank. What are you going to do with the coffin? A. And bury analysis. B. Exhumed and autopsy. C. Reveal in psychoanalysis. D. Dig and up. Or E. Exposed dissection. I think familiar na kayo nito, no? What are you gonna do with the coffin? If you wanted to know why her sister died, what you gonna do with the coffin? So, most of your answers are B, exhumed and autopsy. The correct answer is yes. The correct answer is exhumed and autopsy. Why? Because exhumed it means to dig up a body from its grave. And autopsy, it's actually a surgical procedure to discover the cause of death. Okay? So, and based on the statement, she requested her sister's coffin to be exhumed to dig up a body from its grave and for autopsy para malaman niya how did her sister died. Perfect na yata kayo sa exam. And now, yes, very good. Let's proceed to item number 18. Mary Grace's helpers are all blank reliable. That's why she is very blank them. Again, Mary Grace's helpers are all blank reliable. That's why she's very blank them. 18A. Obsequious and vexed with. B. Compliant, displeased with. C. Servile, proud of. D. Indolent, grateful. E. Sluggish, thankful of. A. Obsequious and vexed with. B. Compliant, displeased with. C. Servile, proud of. D. Indolent, grateful. E. Sluggish or sluggish and thankful of. What is your answer? So, may nag-answer na ng letter C, C, C. Bakit? Ano ba ang nasa statement natin? So, Mary Grace helpers daw are all blank, reliable. That's why she is very blank them. Okay, so let's reveal the answer. Yes, our answer is letter C, servile and proud of. Why? Because servile means submissive or showing extreme willingness to serve. That is why she is very proud of them. Bakit? Ano ba yung obsequious and vexed with? Yan. Ay, alam nyo na kasi proud. Yes. So, looking closely, no? Obsequious means excessively obedient. Over-obedient rin naman siya. Pero yung vexed with, annoyed kasi yung if um if your helpers are very obedient sa mga utos mo, you will be annoyed. Di ba hindi? You will be proud noon. So yung option A is X na. If sabihin din natin na yung helpers daw are compliant, Displeased ba yung si Mary Grace? 'Di ba hindi? Dapat kung sabi na compliant yung helpers natin, so meaning I would be pleased. 'Di ba? So X na to because it contrasts the statement. Pag sinabi din nating indolent, indolent means lazy. Tapos kung lazy ba yung helpers mo, magiging grateful ka. 'Di ba hindi? Contrast pa rin. Then E, sluggish. Sluggish means yung slow moving pa rin. And if sluggish yung helpers mo, would you be thankful? Di ba hindi? So therefore, the correct answer is option C. Perfect. Now, let's proceed to item number 19. Here's the statement. The president devoted time to blank, thinking whether to give blank to those people who kidnapped her niece or just Hala? Or just let them suffer the punishment they deserve. Again, the president devoted time to blank thinking whether to give blank to those people who kidnapped her niece or just let them suffer the punishment they deserve. A. Cogitate or clemency. B. Contemplate and premium. C. Consider reward. D. Ponder revenge. E. Vindicate punishment. What's the perfect word for that? If the president devoted time to blank, thinking whether to give blank to those people who kidnapped her niece or just let them suffer the punishment. Your answers, oh, magkaiba na. May B, may D, may D, may A, may A, may D. So the correct answer for this is letter D, ponder on revenge. Kasi basahin natin. The statement daw says, the president devoted time to blank thinking. Bakit? Ano yun? So devoted time. So what is ponder? To give time, 'di ba? Yes. And whether to give revenge at perfect to those people who kidnapped her niece or just let them suffer. Yung letter A, may nag-answer kasi letter A, no? Cogitate and clemency. Yes, it could be. Pero yung cogitate din kasi means to think deeply about something. It's meditate. Meditate or sabihin natin, reflect. So, tapos yung clemency means mercy, leniency, or compassion. However, yung dito kasi, whether to give those people revenge to those people who kidnapped her niece or just let them suffer the punishment they deserve. Whether to, mm-mm. Yes, perfect. That is revenge. Yeah. Now, malayo lang po yung reward. Ayan, okay. So, zoom in natin. Now, number 20. Last week, Hates told me that she filed A or N blank against the blank clerk in the mayor's because the clerk was not doing her job. Instead, she was just polishing her fingernails. Is it A, grievance, enterprising, B, complaint, shiftless, C, charge, firm, D, sue, malpractice, E, accusation, and conspicuous. What's your answer? So in the statement last week, Hates told me that she filed a blank against the blank clerk in the mayor's because the clerk was not doing her job. So basically, our answer for this is complaint. So technically, yung ano yung ifa-file natin, 'di ba? Usually for agencies, you are filing complaints against an employee, 'di ba? Against the shiftless um clerk. Why? What is shiftless pala? Yung shiftless means lazy, indolent, or lacking. Yung usually lazy or they're not doing their job well. They are neglecting their job because she was just polishing her fingernails. And that is why the correct answer for this is complaint and shiftless. Bakit hindi grievance? Grievance kasi is quite a term din siya of, pero it's really yung ano yun sa amin eh, yung grievance, yung grabe. Pero technically, ano na siya eh, exact opposite na yon sa ano. Yung enterprising is exact opposite, means resourceful, energetic, and imaginative. Opposite siya sa ginagawa ni Clerk. How about yung charge? Yung firm kasi means resolute or strong. It's the clerk is not doing that, 'di ba? Yung letter D, sue, malpractice, grabe naman. You cannot sue naman in an agency agad-agad. So, first thing you do is file a complaint. Ano na siya, heavy word na siya. And letter E, accusation and conspicuous, means clearly visible while her might be visible, especially defines her lazy work. Pero yung perfect word for this is complaint and shiftless. Hala, si Dayday nagduwa-duwa lang valo sa office. Na. Na-reveal na. Now, number 21 na tayo. The students are having difficulty dealing with their fastidious teachers. So at this time, we are dealing with synonyms, no, of the underlined word. So what is the synonym of fastidious? Letter A, scholarly. B, eloquent. C, doting. D, demonstrative. Or E, discriminating. Again, what's the synonym of the underlined word fastidious? In the sentence, when it's used, the students are having difficulty dealing with their fastidious teacher. A, scholarly. B, eloquent. C, doting. D, demonstrative. And E, discriminating. May nag-answer na, letter E. Letter E, let's reveal the answer. Yes, the correct answer is discriminating because fastidious means very highly demanding or yung showing or demanding excessive delicacy and care. So its synonym is discriminating. It possesses refined taste, di ba? And applies right, precise criteria, dapat ganun-ganun. So, pag sinabi kasi natin scholarly, it means academic or deeply learned. Hindi naman magkakaroon ng difficulty yung student when they're dealing with a scholarly teacher kasi nga scholarly means into academ or deeply learned. Pag sinabi din nating eloquent means fluent or persuasive. So, again, it contrasts to the words having difficulty kasi when someone is eloquent, therefore, I think it's easier for students to comprehend what the teacher says, ganon. When we say doting naman, it means extremely fond of someone and relatively indulgent. So, madali lang siya makikipag halubilo. And the students it wouldn't be hard for students to deal with a doting teacher kasi nga madali lang siyang ma-approach, ganon. When we say demonstrative, I think you're all familiar. Demonstrative means openly expressive of siguro ano yung i-demonstrate niya. It could be emotions or affections. So among the choices, discriminating talaga yung na perfect, yung almost same meaning with fastidious. Okay? Now, EDI, lol. E for ewan ko. Naku. We are talking about the synonyms. Again, synonyms, synonyms, synonyms. Now, what is the synonym of the underlined word? So the statement goes, I'm trying to understand your balderdash about his not winning the essay writing contest. However, I cannot really understand you at all, says Martin. So what's the underlined word? It's balderdash. What's the synonym of balderdash? So when used um, in sentence, itong yung gamit niya. I'm trying to understand your balderdash about his not winning the essay writing contest. However, I cannot really understand you at all, says Martin. A, is it senseless talk? B, evident expression? C, perspicuous confer? D, intelligible palaver? And E, continuous chat. Yan. I like the comment section, no? May why, may ano talaga, may meaning, oh. Ito, senseless talk, why pulos na istorya. Grabe. So, when dealing with vocabulary synonyms, no, it's important to understand what the statement is all about. Yun, kasi given the statement, na-understand na natin ano yung ponto ng statement and ponto ng word na ginagamit. So, gamit yung balderdash, I cannot really understand you at all. It's an... Ayan. So, the answer is senseless talk. Why is that senseless talk? Kasi, balderdash daw is a noun meaning senseless, irrational, or exaggerated talk. Diba? So, meaning, automatically, senseless yung sagot natin. Ayan. Bakit hindi yung evident expression? Kasi when we say evident expression, evident means clear, di ba? So, evident expression means the expression is very clear. Has obvious statement. So, if it were evident, Martin would understand it easily. Kaso, yung statement, I cannot really understand you at all. So, yung evident expression, hindi siya pasok. Again, yung evident expression, sinasabi, it means clear and obvious statement. So, if it was obvious, if it was clear, therefore, Martin would be able to understand. Pero since Martin, hindi niya na-understand, ekes na yung evident. What is letter C? Perspicuous means clearly expressed. So, clearly expressed din to eh. So, X na agad. What if it's intelligible palaver? So, pareha lang pa rin. It means clear and comprehensible. What about continuous chat? While a chat can belong, balderdash specifically emphasize gibberish, no? So, therefore, the correct answer, the synonym of balderdash is senseless talk. Naku. Now, for item yan. Oo, vocab yan. Depende nakalawak sa vocab at kagaling mo sa context clues. Yes. If hindi din naman ano tayo sa vocab, no, we cannot, ano din naman, di ba, na not all has a wide vocabulary. We just have to master our context clues. Yung yon, read the statement carefully and para ma-understand natin what's the point of the statement. So, in dealing with synonyms, okay, if you were able to understand what the statement is all about, you would be able also to identify, what its corresponding meaning, Let's try number 23. Joanna Paula was ignominiously chastised by her grandmother in front of her friends. What is the synonym of the underlined word ignominiously? Is it peacefully, soundly, humiliatingly, dignifiedly, or familiarity? Is it peacefully, soundly, humiliatingly, dignifiedly, or familiarity? We already have an answer. Letter C. Excuse me. Humiliatingly. The correct answer for this is yes. The correct answer is humiliatingly. Why? Because ignominiously basically means deserving or causing public disgrace or shame. So what among the choices, yung mag-cause lang ng public disgrace or shame is yung word na humiliatingly. Bakit? Ano ba yung peacefully? From the word peace, 'di ba? It's a positive word. Soundly, malakas lang pero it does not signify yung public disgrace. Dignifiedly, this means from the word dignified, honor, respect, it's still a positive word and familiarity sa, of course, hindi naman siya sa atin. So the perfect word that is synonym to ignominiously is humiliatingly. Again, what is ignominiously? It is means deserving or causing public disgrace or shame. Ayun ang ginawa ni grandmother kay Joanna Paula in front of her friends. In Bisaya, kinsay mga Bisaya dinhi gipasipgan kay may pagkaing ana in front of her friends. Now, zoom ko lang ulit. Ayan. So, number 24. Statement. Her ingenuous remarks made her bosses conclude that she's too young for the job. Again, her ingenuous remarks made her bosses conclude that she's too young for the job. What is the synonym of the word ingenuous? A. Exemplary. B. Exquisite. C. Naive. D. Typical. Or E. Articulate. What is the synonym of the word ingenuous? Is it exemplary, exquisite, naive, typical, or articulate? So, your answer is may nag-answer ng letter C, may C, naive. Okay, so again, ano lang tayo, yung still remember to read the statement carefully kasi based on the statement then malalaman na natin ang sagot. Okay, so reveal na natin for 24. The correct answer is option 3, naive. Why? Because basically, sabi dito, her ingenuous remarks made her boss conclude that she's too young for the job. Bakit? Ano bang meaning ng ingenuous? So, ingenuous means innocent, unsuspecting, and completely artless. So, a person who is ingenuous speaks without filter or guile, which often highlights their lack of worldly experience. So, she's too young for the job talaga. So, bakit naive yung answer natin? So, naive, yun. Walang pang malay pa. Kasi sabihin natin exemplary, it means serving as a desirable model. So, hindi naman, 'di ba, exemplary, from the word excel. Yan. Yun, similar to Excel, hindi naman siya kasi sabi ng boss is she's too young for the job. Pag sinabi din natin exquisite, it means extremely beautiful and delicate. It does not apply to the remarks indicating lack of professional readiness. So, sabihin natin typical, it means characteristic of a person, particular or thing. It's too neutral and doesn't explain why the remarks indicated youthfulness, di ba? And when we say articulate, meaning showing the ability to speak fluently. So, being articulate kasi is a positive trait. So, it contrasts to the statement. So, therefore, our answer is naive. Too young. Okay. Now, naibog ko niya. Hala. Naku. Ayan, I like it. Tweety ng comment section, no? Now, for I-25, still we're at the synonyms. Ochates being lackadaisical, this past few weeks, being too inattentive for details, made us think that she's probably pregnant. Again, Ochates being lackadaisical this past few weeks, being too inattentive for details, made us think that she's probably pregnant. What is the synonym of the underlined word? Grabe, lackadaisical. Is it A, spirited? B, hubristic? C, arrogant? D, impersonal? And E, listless. Which do you think is the synonym of lackadaisical? Sige, isa-isahan natin. May nag-answer. Letter C, arrogant. This past few weeks daw. Si Ochate, lackadaisical daw siya this past few weeks. Due to that, she's being too inattentive for details, made us think that she's probably pregnant. Dito, nagkakaiba na no, pero nakakita ko ng answer dito. Nakatama ng sagot. Okay, reveal na natin para hindi na the correct answer is least last. Yes, letter E. Listless. Bakit? What is listless? Bakit listless yung sagot? So, lackadaisical means lacking enthusiasm and determination, carelessly called lazy. So, when we say listless din naman, it means lacking of energy or enthusiasm. So, these two words correlates to each other. So, be cleanly, both words correlate to the word being too inattentive for details. Wala na siyang pakialam sa mga details, di ba? She's being lazy siguro kasi made us think that she's pregnant. Why would we say that someone is pregnant? Siguro hindi na siya active sa ginagawa niya, 'di ba? So that is listless. When we say kasi spirited, yung letter A, it means full of energy. It contrasts to the statement, yung being too inattentive for details. When we say hubristic, it means excessively proud or self-confident. Medyo malayo lang. Unrelated na siya sa statement, di ba? And when we say arrogant, I know all of us are aware what is arrogant. It is having an exaggerated sense of one's own importance. Is Ochate nagpapakita ng arrogance? Di ba hindi? She is being lackadaisical this past few weeks daw. Tapos, and attentive na siya sa mga details. Basically, na kung ano pa yan sa trabaho. Kung nasa trabaho sila, she is not doing her job na properly or she's quite lazy na. And when we say impersonal then, it's not influenced by showing personal feelings. It is not related to the statement. So therefore, the perfect word for this is listless. Once again, it means lacking energy or enthusiasm. Wala na siyang energy, she's not showing she's not enthusiastic na sa work. Yes, yan. Now, let's proceed to item 26. Still, vocabulary pa rin tayo sa synonyms. Now, I love her being magnanimous. She never hesitates to extend help to those who need it. Okay, with the given statement, what is the synonym of the underlined word magnanimous? Again, if we're going to use it in a sentence, it is, I love her being magnanimous. She never hesitates to extend help to those who need it. A, is it shrewd? B, dramatic. C, unsympathetic. D, generous. And E, patient. Is it shrewd, dramatic, unsympathetic, generous, or E, patient? So, ito rin, tip lang natin, no, sa vocabulary if we're not quite familiar sa word. We're just go, di ba, sabi ko kanina, we have to understand the statement. Tapos, mag-i-elimination method na lang tayo. Sabihin natin, ang shrewd, ano bang ibig sabihin ng shrewd? Is it similar to the word or it correlates to the statement? Pag sinabi, hindi, okay, malayo. Is being dramatic? Never hesitates to extend help? Related ba siya? Mm-hmm. Okay, reveal na natin. Most of the answers are letter D, generous. Yes, the correct answer for this is generous. Bakit generous? Of course, magnanimous means yan. Highlight ko. Wrong. Basta, generous to. Anyway, so magnanimous means generous or forgiving. So, with a given meaning din naman, it means generous. However, kung hindi talaga natin alam ano yung magnanimous, gagawin na lang din natin yung base na lang natin dito sa statement. She never hesitates to extend help to those who need it. So, when someone yung very helpful, 'di ba? She never hesitates. Hindi ako ano yun sa Tagalog yung hesitate? Hindi ako dadalawang isip na tumulong, o 'di ba? Hindi ako nagdadalawang isip na tumulong. So, okay, this person is very helpful. So, what word is quite synonym against sa helpful, 'di ba? Generous. Oh, if I'm generous, I am helpful. Yan. Hala, ito may comment. Pagla ng pera, magnanimous na sa kalsada. Hala, ang witty ni Ma'am Rose. Ma'am, pasabay. Anyway, so the correct answer for this is generous. Bakit, again, ano nga ba yung shrewd? Yung shrewd? It means having sharp powers of judgment, astute or calculating. It technically describes intellect, no? If yung dramatic din naman, expressive, theatrical, or over the top, yung grabe yung emotions natin. Pag yung unsympathetic din naman, lacking approval or compassion, it's actually an antonym. O yung patient, depende anong word na patient, no? May pwede pasyente, pero we're here in, pwede din siya able to accept o yung tolerate delays, yung mataas yung pasensya. Mm. Now, item number 27. Okay, still, during the times of struggle and depression, I opt to minder alone to where nobody could recognize me. During the times of struggle and depression, I opt to minder alone to where nobody could recognize me. A, is it indulge? B, relax? C, study? D, express? Or E, wonder? What is the synonym of the underlined word minder? Ko. Kalimutan muna natin yung maleta, no? Pagkatapos ng ating exam, babalikan nyo yung maleta-maleta. Interesting na. Ayan, so may answer na letter E daw, wonder. Okay, let's reveal the answer is, the correct answer is, wonder. Bakit wonder? Zoom in ko pa. I wonder how. Yan, may kumakanta na dito. Wonder how, I wonder why. Yan. So, minder means to follow a winding course or to wander aimlessly. Yung, how should I say this in Filipino, no? Yung palakad-lakad na walang patutunguhan. Yun. Na walang, yung parang ganun. Casual without an urgent destination. Yung, you're just example, nagta-travel ka, yung wala lang, gusto ko lang pumunta dito, wala akong specific na pupuntahan. You don't have specific um, destination no dito. Tapos, kung sabihin kasi natin yung indulge, it means to allow oneself to enjoy the pleasure of something, which is quite not similar to the statement kasi sabi na nga, during the times of struggle and depression, I minder alone to where nobody could recognize me. Nagme-me time siya. So, pag nagme-me time siya, doon siya sa mga lugar na sa mga tao na sa lugar na walang nakakakilala sa kanya. And sabihin din natin relax, hindi. Pag study, study ka, if you are during the times of struggle and depression, you opt to study, wow, sana all. And, or during the times of struggle and depression, you opt to express alone, no, naku, ayan. So, the perfect word for this is wonder. Okay? Because, again, walking around aimlessly to clear one's head during depression also defines wonder. Hala, ibang me time. Ano yan? Ang active ng comment section, no? Ang wiwiti. Okay, let's proceed to number 28. Na synonyms pa rin. Manalo's nonchalance caused his kids to feel left alone. Everyone is familiar with this one kasi this is very used na in social media, di ba? Manalo's nonchalance caused his kids to feel left alone. So now, A, ardency, B, enthusiasm, C, zeal, D, insouciance, and E, warmth. So what's your answer? Synonym of nonchalance, ardency, enthusiasm, zeal, insouciance, or E, warmth. What's your answer? Fam- familiar kamamba is the escodib. Let's not discuss it later ano. Diba? So what is your answer? May nag-answer na ng D, insouciance. Insouciance. Yan. Yes, the correct answer for this is insouciance. Sino naka-correct sa mock test? Ayan. Bakit nga ba? Diba? Familiar naman tayo nonchalant eh. Sino yung gusto may nonchalant dito? Sino yung nonchalant dito? 'Di ba? So you're already aware what ano yung kadalasang ginagawa nyo. Insouciance. So nonchalance means the state of feeling or appearing casually calm and relaxed. Tapos displaying you're feeling you're just like indifferent talaga. However, yung insouciance is exact synonym because it also means casual lack of concern. Parang wala lang sa kanya, wala akong pakialam. Pero indifferent pa rin, which leads to kids feeling emotionally abandoned. Kasi daw, si Manalo nonchalant, nagpapakita siya ng pagiging nonchalant niya, that's why his kids feel left alone. Bakit? Ano ba yung ardency? Yung ardency kasi, it also means warmth or intensity of feeling. Pag sinabi nating warmth of intensity of feeling, if Manalo was able to show this affection to his kids, no, therefore, his kids wouldn't feel this way. Pag sinabi natin enthusiasm, balik-balik. Yung enthusiasm, it means intense and eager enjoyment, diba, or interest, which is quite opposite of nonchalant. And when we say zeal, of course, it also means great energy or enthusiasm pa rin. X pa rin siya. Pag yung warmth, friendliness, or kindness. So these words, ito yung apat, ardency, enthusiasm, zeal, and if Manalo was able to show these words or show this affection to his kids, these kids wouldn't feel left alone. Pag sinabi nating insouciance, yung sinabi ko kanina, yung lack of concern, if Manalo is showing lack of concern to his kids, therefore his kids ngayon may Manalo, si father hindi niya kami love, ganyan. Okay? I think grabe na yung comment section, no? Ayan. Now, let's proceed to number 28. All right. Grabe, new word. Actually, new word din to akin eh. The cantankerous old man was hated by almost all the kids in the neighborhood. Again, the cantankerous old man was hated by almost all the kids in the neighborhood. So, what's the synonym of the word? Cantankerous. A, quarrelsome. B, cordial. C, amiable. D, congenial, or E, forbid. Forbid. Okay, what's your answer for item number 29? Is it quarrelsome? Ay, cordial? Bakit hindi siya nag-next? Ayan na. Medyo delay kasi. Is it quarrelsome, cordial, amiable, or congenial, forbid? May nag-answer na letter A. Is it quarrelsome? Yan, nag-answer na. Solo reveal na agad natin yung answer. Hihintay ko kasi so medyo delay sa live eh. So, okay, the correct answer is quarrelsome. Why? Sige, basahin natin ulit yung statement. The cantankerous old man was hated by almost all the kids in the neighborhood. Sa statement mismo, it's already negative. So, we're just going to, gamitin natin yung elimination method, no? So, we're looking for a negative word among the options. So, quarrelsome, what does quarrelsome means? Constantly looks to pick fights, di ba? Yung, gusto ko makikipag-away ulit. Ayan. I used to pick fights or argue, which naturally makes them thoroughly disliked, di ba? Quarrelsome. If sinabi natin cordial, it means warm and friendly. If a man is warm, friendly, hated ba siya ng mga kids? Di ba? Hindi. And cordial is actually a positive word. What we're looking is the negative one, di ba? Amiable. It's having or displaying a friendly and pleasant manner. Still a positive word. Congenial. Pleasant pa rin because of the personality. Personality talks. Still, what is forbid? Ito yan, and quite ano siya na word pero it's intensively enthusiastic pa rin. So it is positive. Yung quarrelsome lang yung negative na word sa atin and it is synonym to cantankerous. Alright? Again, so ano yung cantankerous? It means bad-tempered, argumentative, and uncooperative. So, yan. Lo, bakit ganyan? My Senate is quarrelsome na dyan. Let's proceed to item 30. Nasa, ano na tayo? In the middle. Now, synonyms pa rin. Since the day her guardian moved to the United States, it is very obvious that she is suffering from a palpable sense of loss. Is it tangible? Imperceptible, imaginary, intangible, or disagreeable. Again, since the day her guardian moved to the United States, it is very obvious that she is suffering from a palpable sense of loss. A is tangible, B imperceptible, imaginary, intangible, or disagreeable. Anyway, so, una natin, may nag-answer na. Letter A, tangible, tangible, tangible. Yan. So, basahin natin. Is it a positive or negative statement? Ano yung hahanapin natin? What is palpable? Ano yung synonyms? A, may nag-letter C. Okay, reveal na agad natin yung answer there. And answer is yes. The correct answer is letter A, tangible. Why? Bakit nga ba? Kasi, describe muna natin yung palpable. Palpable. So, palpable means so intense as to seem almost tangible or to be touched or felt physically. Yun, it is very, di ba sa state, very obvious that she's suffering for palpable sense of loss. Yung grabe yung sense of loss niya, no, na nakikita na talaga, it felt na talaga yung physically. Maybe she is showing signs of yung pagkawala ng tao, yung signs of sadness, yun to the point na sadness, may pinapakita na may ginagawa na. And kasi yung palpable kasi, it means, sabi ko nga kanina, it means intense as to seem almost tangible, yung to be touched na or felt physically. Yung nafi-feel niya physically yung sense of loss. So, bakit tangible? What is tangible ba? It means completely real and tangible to observers. What is tangible? Nakikita, nahahawakan, naaano. Ano pa? Ayan. So, bakit hindi imperceptible, hindi imaginary, hindi intangible? Di ba yung emotions, hindi naman natatouch? Disagreeable. Sige, isa-isahin natin. So, imperceptible, it means impossible to perceive. So, this actually completely contradicts the clue. It is very obvious. it is very obvious. Yung clue natin, yung word na it is very obvious. Pag imperceptible from the word impercept, it's true. Impossible to perceive. Hindi natin nakikita. It's not obvious meaning. Pag sinabi din nating imaginary from the word imagine, existing only in our imaginations. So based on the statement, the grief is real and observable. Nakikita, it's not fake, not invented. So therefore, it's not imaginary. Pag sinabi din natin intangible, intangible it means incapable of being touched or grasped, yung sabi ko kanina. This is the direct antonym actually. Yung intangible, antonym siya ni palpable, di ba? So ano yung synonym ni palpable? Ay, hindi pa pala ako tapos. May disagreeable pa pala. Sige, sabi, ano yung disagreeable? It means at unpleasant or offensive. While loss is sad, di ba? Disagreeable is a mismatch for describing the clarity and weight of an emotion. Mismatch na to. So therefore, the perfect word that is synonym for the, yung, di ba nag-XX na tayo? I forgot to put an X. Yan, X na natin sila. Yung what's left is tangible. This is what we call the elimination method, no? Though this is very time consuming, if you have practiced din naman, or you're already familiar with the word, padali rin naman. Now, let's proceed to item 31. Now, closest meaning, pareho pa rin. Closest meaning or synonyms. An impregnable stand. What does it mean? Is it resolute, lenient, irresolute, whimsical, or lax? Again, an impregnable stand. What is the closest meaning to impregnable? Is it resolute, lenient, irresolute, whimsical, or lax? Ayan. Medyo delay talaga. I'm actually watching sa live, no? Pero it's okay. I'll still papable. I'm reading your comments. Anyway, so, may nag-answer na si Lugo ang letter A, resolute. May nag-answer ng letter C, may nag-answer letter A, A. So, okay, marami na yung nag-letter A, may isang C. Let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is resolute. Diba? Why? Why is it resolute? Let's describe first impregnable. What is impregnable, Stan? Impregnable means unable to be captured or broken into, unsaleable, ganun. So, a person taking an impregnable stand is completely unyielding or firm. Grabe siya ka-firm and fixed on purpose. So, it also means, which definitely means resolute. Yung I have a firm stand. I have a firm decision, ganon. Now, why is it not lenient? Lenient means permissive, merciful, ganun lang, or loose, which is opposite of an unshakable position. Kasi yung lenient, nababago lang niya eh. Yung ano lang, lenient lang siya. Means if I have the permission to do so, then okay, ganun lang. If irresolute din naman, it's actually the opposite of solute. Yung parang hesitant ka, you're showing or feeling hesitancy, you're not certain, and direct antonym siya ng ating word, underlined word. Whimsical naman, acting or behaving in capricious or unpredictable manner. Sabi ba, di ba yung impregnable, sabi, it has a firm stand, di ba? Unyielding, fixed on purpose, hindi siya nababago talaga. Whatever, ano yung atake sa hindi siya nababago. Unlike a whimsical, unpredictable manner siya. Nababago. Nagbabago talaga. If it's lax naman, it's sufficiently strict, severe, or careful, direct opposite of an assailable stance. So, the perfect word for this is resolute. Okay? Same pa rin, you have to understand what yung statement natin. Tapos, relate na lang. Let's just find the closest meaning. Now, number 32, great and puissant. Puissant warrior. Great and puissant warrior. Was it? What is the closest meaning of the underlined word puissant? Puissant. I just searched no yung ano kanina, yung how paano to babasahin? Puissant daw, puissant. A, is it powerful? B, discriminating. C, bereaved. D, wash out. E, provocative. So what do you think is the closest meaning to puissant? Is it powerful, discriminating, bereaved, wash out, provocative? Great and puissant warrior. May nagsabi na powerful, powerful, powerful. Okay, answer reveal na tayo. The correct answer is yes. The correct answer is powerful. Perfect. Why? Bakit? Of course, puissant daw is a literary term siya that means having great power or influence or physical might. Therefore, a puissant warrior is a powerful warrior. So, great and powerful warrior. Kasi pag sinabi din natin discriminating, it means selective or analytical, di ba? Yun, while a warrior can be selective, pero puissant specifically targets kasi yung raw of might power of a warrior. When we say bereaved, then it's deprived of loved one, though through a profound absence. Hindi siya related sa warrior. Excuse me. If we say wash out, it's a slang term for a total failure or disappointment. Okay, pag such a wash out or such a total failure. Ganyan yung gamit natin. It's actually an opposite sa ating great warrior. And when you say provocative din naman, it's causing annoyance. Ay, it's causing annoyance, anger, or another strong reaction. Siya, you're doing something to provocate that person. Ayan. Great and powerful warrior, Pilipinas. Sino? Anyway, you're all correct din naman. Yan. Congratulations. Next. Ito. In a state of quandary. In a state of quandary. Anong closest meaning sa underlined word? Is it happiness, insanity, dilemma, blitheness, or contentment? Is it happiness, insanity, dilemma, blitheness, contentment? Okay, so what is your answer for item number 33? Letter C, dilemma. Okay, nandito na tayo sa 33. Wag na yung great power. Ayan, dilemma, letter C. Okay. So, reveal na agad, letter C. Maraming nag-letter C. Is it right? Yes, the correct answer is dilemma. Bakit? In a state of quandary or in a state of dilemma. Bakit? Isa-isahin natin, bakit dilemma yung sagot sila, Gems? Hindi ko... Yan. So, detailed discussion natin dito sa quandary kasi, it's a state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do in a difficult situation. You are not sure of what to do if you are if someone is in state of quandary, it means that someone is uncertain on ano yung gagawin niya, 'di ba? Well, hindi niya alam kung ano yung gagawin. So, isa-isahin natin. Happiness, happy ka ba? State of pleasure or joy? No. It's completely opposite sa word. For insanity, the state of being seriously mentally ill. Am I okay to... Sige, define ko lang din naman. Kasi sa amin, we're not really, gamit namin yung word na mentally ill. Okay, so insanity, sabi, the state of being seriously mentally ill. So, however, yung quandary kasi is simply a tough decision lang. So, very big word na to, si insanity. Ang hanapin lang natin yung close lang. Pag sinabi natin din to, it means casual, cheerful, and unconcerned indifference. Total opposite of being worried and perplexed, no, in a quandary. Pag sinabi ng contentment, from the word contento, the state of happiness or satisfaction. So people in quandary, if you're feeling this word, you are anxious, you're not satisfied of your current choices, of course, hindi nyo alam. That's why it's dilemma. Dilemma is a situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more alternatives. Okay, next na natin. Now, 34. With a refulgent smile. What is the closest meaning of refulgent? I I forgot to zoom in. Sorry. Okay. 34. What with a refulgent smile? What is the closest meaning, no? Is it A, receptive, B, rational, C, radiant, D, disgusting, or E, revolting? With a refulgent smile. Yan. From the word refulgent, yung sa phrase pa lang, with a refulgent smile. Babasahin natin to na happy, happy, happy. With a refulgent, receptive, rational, radiant, disgusting, or revolting. Yan, may nag-answer. It's radiant. Letter may nag-C, radiant. Okay. So, reveal na natin. The correct answer is radiant. Yes, bakit radiant? From the word refulgent, smile. Positive siya, di ba? Kasi sabihin na lang natin, refulgent means shining brightly. Radiant, radiance means gleaming, di ba? Refulgent smile is a brilliantly shining, joyful, and radiant smile. Radiant or gleaming, yan, they are synonym. So, bakit ano bang meaning ng receptive? So, receptive is able or willing to receive something, di ba? A smile cannot be inherently analytical or receptive in its physical light properties, di ba? No. If we sabi natin rational, based on or in accordance with the reason or logic back. Smiles, di ba, are expressions of emotions. Hindi siya involved ng logic. So therefore, X na to. Silang dalawa ni receptive. Pag sinabi din natin disgusting, it's causing profound disapproval. Ugh. Grabe. It is actually antonym to a beautiful, bright smile. Pag sinabi din natin revolting, it's similar to disgusting, causing intense disgust na siya, which is completely opposite sa ating word. With a refulgent smile, therefore, radiant is our answer. Now, okay, zoom in ko lang. Now, number 35, ubiquitous Christmas songs. Ubiquitous Christmas songs. It's the phrase, ubiquitous Christmas song. What is the closest meaning of the underlined word? A, is it omnipresent? B, customary? C, rare? D, traditional? Or E, repetitive? What is the closest meaning of the underlined word? A, is it omnipresent? B, customary? C, rare? D, traditional? And E, repetitive. Bakit? Ano pa yung ubiquitous? Ubiquitous Christmas songs. Ayan, nag-answer na. Omnipresent, omnipresent, omnipresent. Yan, reveal na natin. The correct answer is yes, letter A. Ito may nagsabi na, pabalik-balik na ririnig. Okay. So, definitely, define lang natin, no, yung ubiquitous. It means present, appearing, or found everywhere at once. Yung naririnig natin, sabi natin Christmas songs, naririnig natin yung Christmas songs kahit saan, no? At once, pabalik-balik. Kung punta ka dito, may Christmas song. Dito, may Christmas song. So, what is omnipresent? It means widely or constantly encountered. So, therefore, this one is the closest meaning to ubiquitous. Bakit? Ano ba yung customary? From the word custom. Oh, nagko-custom kayo sa ML, no? Anyway, customary, according to the customs or usual practices associated with particular society. So, though Christmas songs customary, pero it does not mean na yung customary meaning siya, it can be found in anywhere, di ba? So, therefore, X na to siya. Pag sinabi rin nating rare, widespread is the exact opposite of rare, di ba? Kasabi nga, ubiquitous, it can be found anywhere at once. So, completely opposite. Pag sinabi din natin traditional, existing in or as part of a long-established tradition. Although, yung Christmas song, it's a tradition, pero sabi pa nga, yung underlined word natin, can be found anywhere. Yung sabi ka kanina, pabalik-balik. Traditional ekes. Pag sinabing repetitive, containing or characterized by repetition. So, sinabi dito na, yeah, Christmas songs can be repetitive, no? Pero it doesn't, it did not tell us na repetitive is not telling us na it can be found anywhere. So, ekes na to. And the correct answer is omnipresent. Now, let's proceed to item 36. Now kung kanina, actually, yung closest meaning, or synonyms, it's easier for us to identify because we just have to read the statement carefully, and based on the statement, we're able to decide through elimination method, diba? And now, we're in dealing with antonyms, so opposite meaning. Now, number 36, clear and pedantic contract. Clear and pedantic contract. What is the antonym of pedantic? What is the antonym of pedantic? A, is it precise? B, ambiguous? C, abstruse? D, obscure? Or D, vague? What is the antonym? Okay? What is the antonym? Antonym na po tayo, ha? Antonym. Clear and pedantic contract. Naku! Again. Antonym na tayo. Antonym. I'll give you another chance to answer, no? Yung nag-answer, ulitin nyo. Antonym tayo, antonym. Is it vague? Precise, ambiguous, abstruse, obscure, or vague? Hala, nasa antonym tayo. Okay? Okay, reveal ko na. Yan. May nakakuha na. Letter E. Yes. Bakit? Sorry. Na wrong to. The correct answer should be vague. Bakit? Kasi, yung pedantic and precise. Pedantic means overly concerned with minute details or rules, or so literal accuracy siya, leaving absolute clarity. So, it means, it's similar to clear, di ba? It is a structured, crystal clear. The contract is crystal clear. So, when we sabi precise, it's a strong synonym of pedantic. Synonym, pero nasa opposite tayo eh. Pero pag sinabi natin so ako yung wrong. Akala ko opposite. Sorry. This one is an example. Nasa synonyms pa tayo, no? Ay, akala ko nasa opposite. Napasali ko siya sa opposite. Yeah, sorry. My apologies. The correct answer is letter A. The answer is precise. But then, if we're talking about opposite, no, it's vague. It's vague. Yan. Nakasali ko pala siya sa opposite meaning. It shouldn't be here. Dapat nasa synonyms. Nasa synonyms pa tayo. Ayan. Sorry. Precise. Yes. Now, siguro nandito na tayo, no? Tama na to. Obliquely. Number 37, sana opposite na talaga to. Malalaman natin. Of the obloquy fakers. Obloquy. Ang hihirap ng terms, no? Kaya nyo to? Obloquy. What is the opposite of obloquy? Is it role, beneficence, C, reason, D, magnanimity, or E, disgrace? A, role, next, or B, beneficence, C, reason, D, magnanimity, or E, disgrace. What is your answer? Sana ano na to, ha? Sana nasa opposite na tayo. Anyway, what is the opposite meaning of obloquy? Obloquy. Okay, may nag-answer na, magnanimity. What? Okay, reveal na natin. Sana. Yes, the correct answer is magnanimity. What is obloquy pala? This is our answer. What is obloquy? Okay, may tama na. Tatalino nyo. Obloquy means strong public criticism. Diba? So, bakit? If this means strong public criticism, therefore, its antonym is like the weakest. Yung basta. Masalaman natin. When we say role, it's a function, a position, di ba? Beneficence, the quality of doing good. Pag sinabi nating reason, rational intellect, yung reasons behind, and when we say disgrace, it's the direct synonym of obloquy. So therefore, magnanimity is the complete opposite because it opposes this. It represents loftiness of spirit, nobility, and generous forgiveness, di ba? Yan. Ang tatalino nyo. Next na tayo. Now, bakit? 34 to 37, puro mali. Baka nag-synonyms kayo, ah. You have to read carefully, yung instructions. No? Frittering extraneous activities. Frittering money on extraneous activities. What is the antonym or the opposite meaning of frittering? A, is it spending? B, using? C, allotting? D, putting? Or E, wasting? What do you think is the answer? Spending, using, allotting, putting, or wasting? Now, letter E, may wasting. Allotting. Oh, magkaiba na sila ng sagot. I like it. Wag puro ML yung sa comment section. Mamaya na kayo pag ML, pag tapos na yung pa-end season na. Pero tapusin nyo muna yung exam. Para ako yung mother nyo na lecture na. Wag muna mag-ML. Okay, reveal na tayo ng answer. The correct answer is allotting. Bakit allotting? Why? Bakit allotting? So, na muna tayo. Define muna natin si frittering. What is frittering? Okay? So, frittering basically means wasting money. Basta wasting money siya. So, ano yung opposite ng wasting of money? Is it spending? Spending, you're totally wasting, di ba? When you say using, still, you're using spending or money. When you say allotting, it's opposite because instead of wasting your money, you are allotting money on extraneous activities. When you say putting, still, parang lumalabas siya. It's like spending or wasting something. Wasting siya lang yung naiiba sa kanilang lahat. So therefore, allotting is our answer. When dealing with antonyms, actually yung very common pattern among the choices is may isa lang talaga yung naiiba. Isa lang yung naiiba. If you're able to compare all the options, tapos, pare-pareha lang to sila, tapos isa yung iba, matik yun yung answer. Yun yung ginagawa ko before sa mga entrance exams ng mga universities. And effective din naman siya. Nakakuha naman ako ng matataas na scores. upcut, ganon. Ganon lang. Pero, yeah, you have to understand more. Pero, para sure kayo, you have to understand the statement, then identify the opposite of the word. Now, let's proceed. We're done with number 39. 39. Provoking furor from the annoyed public. What does furor means? Let's bibilasan natin. Is it rage, enthusiasm, excitement, impatience, or interest? What is furor? The correct answer for this one is excitement. Yes, bakit excitement? What is furor? So, gamitin natin yung sinabi ko kanina, yung naiiba is rage. Hindi na lang. Wag na lang. Sige, what is furor? So, furor, outbreak of public excitement, yung nagpapakita, vital rage. So, pag sinabi nating rage, ito, it's similar to furor. Pag sinabi rin nating enthusiasm, it is intense and eager enjoyment. This can be sometimes be a synonym to wild. Or with a positive furor, may sinabi kasi positive furor, may sinabi sabi ng provoking, then when we say excitement, yung answer natin, it's a state of physical or mental activation. Activation siya. It's an synonym to positive furor, but then we're talking about provoking furor. So it means the negative. Pag sinabi din natin impatience, of course, tendency to be quickly irritated or provoked, di ba? Impatient ka. So technically, the opposite of provoke of furor here is the excitement. Now, number 40, opposite. Evidence for the case. What is the opposite meaning of opposite? Is it A, extraneous, B, plain, C, inept, D, relevant, or E, inappropriate? A, extraneous, B, plain, C, inept, D, relevant, or E, inappropriate? Hello, am I still with you? Ayan. I hope, sorry. Ayan. Lumilipad kasi ang signal. Okay, so opposite, the antonym of opposite is inappropriate. So, because opposite means highly relevant and appropriate in the circumstance. So, pag sinabing highly relevant and appropriate, so therefore, automatically, yung antonym niya is inappropriate. Di ba? So, relevant kasi, when we say relevant, yung relevant na word, ito yung sagot natin, no? When we say relevant kasi, it's a direct synonym of it. Pag sabi natin inapt, means unsuitable. While it looks like an antonym, pero extraneous, precise, legal, and conceptual counterweight to opposite man. So, pag means simple or clear, so therefore, letter E yung sagot natin. Now, let's proceed. Now na tayo sa word analogy. Okay, so if tranquility is complexity, you belong. Is it approval, mood, pleasure, satisfaction, or silence? Sorry.
Hello, good evening. I think may problema talaga sa signal ni Ma'am Jazz. Antayin lang muna natin sir I think nasa 38 na tayo or 40, sorry. Announcement then no, after nito, we have still para sa fire officer students, we still have the last minute tips with Ma'am Jelly Chris. Alright, nandito na si Ma'am.
Oh, my bad.
And then,
Sorry.
yes ma'am. Yes, it's
Nag-off
okay.
exit sorry sir, nag-exit yung ano, nag-exit yung bakit ganito? Okay,
It's,
share ako screen. Ayan. Mga hindi pa ako tapos at doon natapos ang kwento. Hindi pa tapos. Sorry, nawala. And I'm still in the let's satisfaction. 42 Congress legislation court is to blank. What do you think for this? If Congress court is blank. Nasa tanda mo. Anyway, here C execution, D sentence, and E litigation. I'm back. Okay, balik na tayo. Anyway, so what is the relationship between Congress and legislation? Okay, we have to reveal first the answer. The answer for number 42 is interpretation. Why? Because they are talking about primary functions. If the primary function of the Congress is the legislation, therefore, ano yung trabaho ng court? They are responsible or interpreting those laws. Interpretation. Perfect. Ay, nawala na agad. I'm still, nandito pa pala. Anyway. Hello? Hello? Am I audible na ba or putol-putol? Do I have to pack? Pero, sumpay pa man akong kamot. Nagbulag ang akong eyes, ears. Anyway, proceed to 43. Basta yon yung answer. Number 43, if sequel is to sequence, what are the two words that have similar relationship between with sequel or and sequence? Is it A, stamp or stampede, B, prodigy or prodiger, C, century or sentinel, D, splendid, splendiferous, and E, standout or standoff? Is it stamp or stampede, prodigy, prodiger, sentry, sentinel, splendid, splendiferous, or standout, standoff? Okay, so reveal muna natin ang answer, then we're going to, yan, the correct answer is sentinel. Bakit? Kasi nasa parallel word pairing tayo. Actually, this is the correct answer, diba? Are sorry. Ayan. Sequence and sequence are actually synonyms. So they're going to something word in sudden heard they are related with study.
yun, good evening once again. I think may problema talaga sa signal ni Ma'am Jazz. But, anyway, konti na lang naman. Malapit naman tayo matapos, sir, ma'am. Again, yung announcement ko nga po kanina. Yes, nandito na pala si ma'am, sorry. Paputol-putol yata yung reception niyo, Ma'am Jazz.
Humina na siya bigla. Ayan na, nawala na ulit. Ayan.
Okay, I think you can continue,
Okay,
ma'am.
so should I continue? Yan,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Century and Sentinel.
Sorry.
Okay. So, mm, yes po. Ayan, so next na tayo. 44. Flood is to prosper and typhoon is to blank. So, what is your A? Is it happy, fear, sad, report, umbrella? Ayan, nabalik na ako. Happy, fear, sad, report, or umbrella. For item 44, typhoon is to fear. Hala, hindi naman nagagamit yung surf saya dito eh. Okay, so balik tayo. So, well, so sabihin natin. The pairing matches natin is actually cause and effect, di ba? Pattern. If cause ng flood, sabihin na lang natin, it can prosper agricultural soil, di ba? Pero pag yung cause na is typhoon, ano yung magiging effect niya sa atin, sa mga tao? It is associated with fear. Bakit? Pag may typhoon ba, happy ba ang lahat? Sad lang ba kasi may typhoon? Or because there's typhoon, magre-report tayo? Or there is a need of umbrella? The best answer for this is fear. Kasi natatakot tayo may typhoon. Di ba? Yung like, analogy na lang natin sa atin sarili.